This is Travis Zimmerman of Speak My Word Ministries. The Daily Pulse today is about what money can't buy. And when I share with you one of the scriptures that Jesus shares with his disciples in the Bible, it's out of Luke chapter 16, verse 9. And this is under the parable of the dishonest manager. There's a manager who's discredited, and he does some very shrewd things, and Jesus is actually commending that shrewdness. And what he says here, what I want to highlight is Luke chapter 16, verse 9. I tell you, says Jesus, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourself, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. And that's Luke chapter 16, verse 9. So what's Jesus saying here about using wealth to be welcomed into eternal dwellings to gain friends? There's things that money can't buy. Let's talk about what money can buy. It can buy autos, it can buy houses, it can buy creature comforts, it can buy Christmas presents, it can buy vacations. There's a whole host of things that money can buy. Money does seem to, scratch, a lot of the itches, doesn't it? And it basically helps us, meet our obligations, pay our electric bill. Not saying anything about that. What I am saying about is there's things that money can't buy, and things it can't buy, on the other hand, are friends, and most of all, salvation. And what Jesus is saying here is use that money to gain friends, and by living that life. And we're not to bribe our friends or pay them off, or like Styx says, I've got dozens of friends, and the fun never ends, just as long as I'm buying. And that's not what the point is. The point is to God's given us this wealth for a reason. If you live in America, you're wealthier than 90% of the world. And I've heard Beth Moore say, if you own a book, you're wealthier than 90% of the world, or some such approximation. So again, use that wealth. Use the wealth you have not only to gain friends and influence people, but mostly to lead people to salvation, lead them to Jesus Christ. And maybe that's buying, helping out in the food kitchen. Maybe that's tithing, doing something in secret. Maybe that's giving of your, the time, treasure, talent, and touch. Giving those things of yourself to others, so that you can touch things. You can touch people for eternity by introducing them to Jesus in your name, Father. Amen.